Hi everyone, welcome to a 15-minute active flow, vinyasa inspired yoga flow to get the blood moving, the heart moving, and to wake yourself up a little bit on a break or whenever you feel like you need to move your body. So I'll suggest you can use some blocks if you have them handy, or a strap, or anything that resembles those items, which you can use at your leisure as we move through the practice. So we'll start standing in our Tadasana, or mountain pose. Here in our mountain pose, we want to ground down through all four corners of the feet. So I like to lift up all my toes, spread them really wide, and just ground down into that meaty part of your foot that's still on the ground. And see if you can individually place your feet down, your toes down, starting with the baby toe and working your way inward. Here as well, we want to make sure that we're stacking our bones on top of one another. Makes for a really safe practice. So bring your feet hip bone width distance, which is generally about 2 fist width between your feet. So you can just measure that out. If you draw an imaginary line from your second toe up towards your knee, that's the ideal placement for your feet. Inviting some resistance into the legs, so imagining so you can draw your feet away from one another will engage through the quadriceps, keeping your feet on their place on the mat. Just flowing with some sun breaths to start, warming up through the shoulders. As you inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Maybe the gaze follows, maybe it doesn't. Exhale, bring the hands down, heart center. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Very good. This time as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up once more. And as you exhale, you're going to swan dive, fold forward, hinge from your hips here. Bring a slight bend through the knees. Release any effort in the neck or the head. Here you can grab onto opposite elbows if that feels okay. And just take a nice deep breath. Inhale, we're going to lift up halfway, half flat back. Bring your hands to either your thighs, your shins, or the floor. The crown of the head, very top of the head, lengthens forward as you relax the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Make sure that you haven't shifted the weight back onto your heels. You want to maintain that even weight through all four corners of the feet. As you exhale, fold back down, forward fold. You can re-bend through the knees. Inhale, root into the feet. Stand all the way up, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down, heart center. We're going to do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root into the feet, rise all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down, heart center. All right, we're going to add on a bit here. As you inhale, sweeping the arms up. As you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the palms around the feet. Step back into a plank pose. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Keep a micro bend through the elbows. Spread all the fingers really wide. Breathing. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Shoulders are relaxed. Engage through the core. Lifted through the knees. High on the balls of the feet. As you inhale, shift forward of the fingertips. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows in towards the side body. Lower all the way down to the belly. One long line. Untuck the toes. Shoelace part of the foot down on the ground. Hands by your upper ribs. Chin or forehead on the ground. Inhale, lifting up into a cobra. Keeping that deep bend through the elbows. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale. Inhale, tucking the toes under, tapping to the knees if you need to. Inhale, lifting up, plank. And exhale, lifting the seat up and back, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, you want to make sure that you have even weight through the hands and the feet. So notice if you're kind of pushing really hard into the hands, lift the seat really high here. One way you can kind of check to see if you're in alignment is that your ears are in between your upper arm bones. Gazing at your toes, soft bend through the knees as you gradually work your heels down towards the ground. You can bend one knee and the other. Very good. As you inhale, gaze between the palms. As you exhale, you can hop, walk, or step to meet the hands in a forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bend at the knees, all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down, heart center. Very good. All right, we're going to incorporate some balancing into our practice today. Hopefully we're a little warmed up now. So, back in our Tadasana, our mountain pose here, when we're balancing, again, very important to stack your bones on top of one another. So just making sure that your feet are in alignment, stacked underneath your hips. When you feel ready, shifting the weight onto the left side, just hover your right foot and see how that feels. So you're rooting down into this left foot. You can bring your hands to your hips. So in yoga, we have something we call a drishti, which is a focal point. Something on the wall or the floor that isn't moving. You can absorb its steadiness by just allowing your vision to blur over it. On an exhale, you're going to draw your right knee in line with the right hip and flex through the right toes. Drop your right hip down to meet the left. You have a tendency to lift up the hip when we do that, so just making sure you have a neutral pelvis here. You can kind of feel that with your hands at your hips as well. As you exhale, we're going to send it back into what I call a toppling tree, sending the right leg out behind you and straightening through the right leg. Crown of the head lengthens forward, so you have this nice long line from the crown of the head out through the right foot. And you're dropping this right hip down still to meet the left, and you have a soft bend through this left knee. Very good. Inhale, coming back up, standing knee. You can lift the arms up or keep them at your hips. Exhale, sending it back, toppling tree. Very good. Inhale, lifting up, standing knee. Now we're going to flex, keep the right toes flexed, and place your right ankle on the top of your left thigh as you sink back into a hip opener, chair pose. Draw the belly in here and gently lift through the frontal hip bones. Very good. Inhale, standing back up, standing knee. Exhale, toppling tree. Very good. Take a breath. And as you exhale, we're going to bend deeply through the left knee and step back into a high crescent lunge. Here, you're squaring your hips, so your right hip comes forward, left hip comes back, drawing the belly in still, and still, so the reason we really want to draw the belly in is to make sure that we're not sticking out through the back. It's okay if you fall over. So just making sure you're not popping out through the lower back. Very good. Exhale, plant the palms around your left foot, step back into a plank pose. Now you have the option to lower all the way down to the belly, as we've done. Always the option to drop to your knees as well. Or if you'd like to come through upward facing dog, I'll walk you through it. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway, hold and hover, chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes, upward facing dog. Hips sink heavy here. Legs are not on the ground, just the tops of the feet. And still have a soft bend through the elbows. Exhale, lift the seat up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice cleansing breath. Very good.
Inhale, gaze between the palms. You can hop, block, or step to meet the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bend at the knees, all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down, heart center. So what we do on one side, we have to do to the other. So, back at the top of your mat, in your mountain pose, anatomically stacked, shifting the weight now onto the right side, hover the left foot. Find your balance. Notice how you feel on this side. Find your drishti. Bring your hands to your hips. If you haven't already, draw your left knee in line with your left hip. Standing knee. Flex through the left toes. Drop the left hip down to meet the right. A little wobbly on this side. That's okay. As we exhale, sending the left leg back. Toppling tree, second side. Strong core. Inhale, lifting up, standing knee. Exhale, toppling tree. Inhale, standing knee. Exhale, toppling tree. Inhale, standing knee. It's okay if you fall, just make sure you get back into it. Very good. Flexing through the left toes, left ankle on top of right thigh. Sink into your chair. Knitting the ribs together. Sinking the weight into the heel. Inhale, coming back. Standing knee. Exhale, coming back. Toppling tree once more. There we go. Deep bend through the right knee. Lifting up. High crescent lunge. Squaring the hips. Draw the belly in. Gaze is soft. Can you smile? Here. So I have my hands interlaced, but just know that there's always an option to bring your arms kind of wider than your shoulders. You just want to make sure that your shoulders aren't up by your ears and relax them back and down away from the ears. Very good. Exhale, plant the palms around your right foot. Step back into a plank pose, and then we're just going to lift the seat up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose, filling up through the lower belly, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs, heart and throat. And exhaling. Close the eyes. Notice how you feel. After building some heat in the body. Very good. Inhale, gaze between the palms. Exhale, you can walk, hop, or step. Forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root into the feet. Stand all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down, heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope this gave you a little bite-sized taste of a flow, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. Namaste.